Hello YouTube, in this video I'm going to teach you how to replace your gear oil and your manual transmission Mazda 3 with the Skyactiv powertrain. So the things you're going to need are 2 quarts of 75 weight 80 gear oil with an API rating of GL4, and then you're going to need a 24 millimeter ratchet socket. As you can see, this is the original equipment Mazda gear oil, 75 weight 80 API GL4. As long as your oil is rated for that specifically, it'll work for this car. But it does have to be API GL4, and it's because this car uses brass synchronizers in the transmission. That's what allows for the smooth shifts. And if you decide to use API GL5, the additives in API GL5 will actually break down the brass synchronizers, that soft metal, and it'll actually damage the transmission. I was made aware that Mazda original equipment gear oil for this car is pretty difficult to come by. The next alternative would be Redline MTL 75 weight 80. They're pretty much the only company in the United States, if not the only company in the United States, that makes an aftermarket solution for this gear oil, which also makes gear oil for this car difficult to find. And then if you decide to order online and go international, Motul and Febi also make gear oil for this car. Apart from the original equipment manufacturer, Redline, Motul, Febi, and actually Unos as well makes gear oil for this car. That's API GL4 rated and 75 weight 80. But in the United States, Redline's pretty much the only stuff you can get. If you want Unos, Motul, or Febi, you have to order online and you have to get it shipped internationally. So keep that in mind when choosing gear oil for your Mazda 3 Skyactiv. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to remove the under trays so you can access the transmission, which is going to be right underneath here. To remove the under tray, there are going to be 7 bolts you're going to need to remove. So there's this is the front of the car. There's 3 of them in the front. There's 1, 2, and a third one over there. And then 4, 5, and then 6 and 7. And then there's a couple of clips on the back that you need to remove with a flathead screwdriver. Alongside the flathead screwdriver or a clip popper or whatever, another tool that I did forget to mention is you will need a 10 millimeter ratchet socket and an 8 millimeter ratchet socket for all these 7 bolts. And then if you want to, 8 millimeter for these bolts as well. So after you remove your bottom plates, you're going to locate your transmission, which is going to be that right there. The black pan over here, that's the engine. That's the engine oil pan. You're going to be working with the gear oil, so you're going to be wanting to go over to the silver piece right over here. And that's going to be your gearbox, and that's where you're going to drain your gear oil from. All right, so looking at the transmission, your fill plug is going to be this one right over here. And your drain plug is going to be this one right here. So in terms of location, if you go from the fill plug and you follow this this separation right over here, you follow that all the way back, and then right behind this fin, sort of this little extension piece that's coming out right here, you follow that, and that is your drain plug. So the first thing you want to do before you drain your gear oil is make sure that your gearbox, of course, is cool to the touch, as is in my case right now. And you're going to want to remove the fill bolt first. Reason being is because you want to allow air to come through while this is open so that all of the fluid gets drained out of the drain bolt back here. All right, let's see what this stuff looks like. It's always a good idea to have some paper towels on hand. I'm taking a note of the color of it and the clarity, and it actually looks to be pretty healthy. So it might have been replaced at some point in time. I'm not sure. But this car has just under 120,000 miles. So I believe either way it was due for a fluid change anyways. So yeah, we're gonna let that drain, and then we're going to add the fluid once that is finished draining and after I put this back on. All right, so here's how I plan on filling up my transmission. As you can see here, you're gonna need a funnel with at least a thin spout and preferably something shorter. My funnel comes out all the way up to here, but I am able to squeeze to get the bottle to go up into like here and be able to pour it onto this. And so it should flow through the funnel and through here. I do not recommend this at all, but this is me working with what I've got. I'd highly recommend going for definitely a shorter funnel. And then some people I've heard like to remove the air box, which is right here, and then pour it in from the top, or they prefer to pump it in through a pump and then a spout, and then it comes up into here. But this is what I'm going to use. Like I said, I don't recommend it, but this is the only choice I've got, so I'm gonna have to make it work. All right, so once you have refilled your transmission with 2 quarts of gear oil, that's what this car takes, is 2 quarts. I've heard 1.8, I've heard 2.2. I'm just doing it in between from what I've heard, which is 2 quarts, which is how much they're in the containers anyways. So yeah, 2 quarts. Once you've filled up your transmission with 2 quarts, you put your fill bolt back on. Make sure your drain bolt is not leaking and that it is tight. And all you have left to do is go take this out for a test drive and make sure that it's not leaking and make sure all the gears engage and that the car drives smoothly. And once you have gone for a test drive and have verified that there are no leaks and that all the gears shift smoothly, you have now changed your gear oil successfully on your 2012 or 2013 Mazda 3 with the Skyactiv manual transmission. Thank you for watching. If you want more Mazda 3 content, make sure to subscribe, and thank you for watching.